the bustling city of Devnagari, where people rushed through life without a second glance at those around them, lived a young man named Rohan. He was ambitious, hardworking, and determined to succeed, but he never really stopped to notice the world beyond his own goals. One winter evening, as he was walking home from work, he saw an old woman sitting on the pavement, shivering in the cold. Her frail hands clutched a thin shawl, and her eyes held a sadness that seemed deeper than the night. People passed by, lost in their own world, pretending not to see her. Rohan hesitated. He had a long day, and stopping now would only delay him further. But something inside him wouldn't let him walk away. He took off his warm coat and gently draped it over the old woman's shoulders. She looked up at him, her lips trembling. Why would you do this?" she whispered. "Because I can," Rohan said with a small smile, before walking away. He didn't think much of it, just a simple act of kindness. But what he didn't realize was that his one small action had set off a chain reaction. A young girl named Mira, who had been watching from across the street, was deeply moved. That night, she went home and decided to use her savings to buy food for the homeless near her school. The next day, she distributed warm meals to those in need. One of the men who received her food was a struggling musician named Karan. Inspired by the unexpected kindness, he went to the local orphanage and played music for the children, bringing joy to their otherwise dull evening. Among the children was a boy named Aman, who had lost his parents and rarely smiled. But that night, Karan's music touched his heart. For the first time in months, Aman laughed. Seeing this, the orphanage director decided to arrange weekly music sessions for the children. Weeks later, Rohan was sitting in a cafe, feeling exhausted and disheartened after a tough day at work. As he sipped his coffee, a young boy approached him with a bright smile and a steaming cup of tea. "Here, sir," Aman said. "I bought this for you." Rohan was taken aback. "But why?" "Because I can," Aman replied with a twinkle in his eyes. Rohan stared at the boy, stunned. Those were the same words he had spoken to the old woman that winter night. He realized then that kindness never stops. It moves, grows, and finds its way back in ways we never expect. As Rohan took the cup of tea, warmth filled his heart. He had started as something beautiful without even realizing it. Moral: a small act of kindness can create ripples that touch countless lives. The kindness you give always finds its way back to you.